Hello. I hope everybody had a lovely weekend. Enjoyed the weather. I'm recording this on Friday, so the weekend hasn't happened yet for me. But I'm planning on getting out there with my doggos and doing some hiking. Possibly my last round of golf being played this weekend as well. So anyway, here we are, ready for the tackling of the ugly sweater project. So I wanted to show you, I finished my project on Thursday last week, and I wanted to show you what it looks like. It might be a little bit hard to see the background because it's done really, really lightly, but what I did for the background was I found these random snowflake shapes that I have because I have weird stuff in my room, and I placed them randomly around the picture, and I traced them very lightly with a H pencil, a 2H pencil I think actually, and I then used my colored pencils to shade in around them so that the insides, you can see this one probably the best down here because it's a darker shade. I used blues and violets and blue violets, all cool colors, so that it would recede away in the background and that the warm colors in the dog's accessories and sweaters would pop out away from you. And I think it's a pretty successful piece. I'm actually going to get this framed for my house. And I was going to give it to somebody for Christmas, and then I was like, no, I spent way too much time on this. This is mine. So how much time? Maybe anywhere between 10 to 15 hours I put into this. Your finals are not going to be this big. You're going to be half the size, about that big, okay? So you don't have to worry about doing something that is this extreme. We're moving on to our rough sketch stage for this project. So there are some things that you need to know before you can even start drawing. So in your packet, the last two sheets look like this. One for your rough sketch, you can have it vertical or you can turn it horizontally depending on the picture that you get of your animal. And then I gave you some ideas for accessories and sweaters, reminding you it does not necessarily have to be related to a holiday, but it can be related to winter. But it can be related to holidays if you would like, or possibly a fast food chain. I thought that was funny. So what you're going to need to do is collect your images today. And I understand that not everybody has printers at home to print them out in, and that's okay. But what you need to do is you need to save your images in your Google Drive. So if you have a picture of your animal at your house that you love and you want to draw, like I drew my two dogs. So this is the picture of Max. It's a good side-by-side comparison. Don't look at his stripes too closely because I did not match them perfectly. I know I didn't, whatever. The point was still made. He is a brindled dog. So anyway, I printed out a picture of Max and a picture of Castle, and then I also printed out a picture of antlers that I found, a picture of this scarf, and a picture of a sweater. It was not this sweater. It was a sweater that had the rolled cuffs and the neckline, but it didn't have this pattern, and I wanted it to be a dog bone pattern. So I used my artistic license and I changed that idea. So image gathering is going to be today's job. You cannot search for a dog or a cat or an animal already dressed up in an ugly sweater. You must have separate individual images, okay? So you need the cat, then you need a separate image of Rudolph's nose and antlers, and then we're going to be putting them together. So once you have your images collected and saved in your drive, then you can you'll have them to go back to look at on your screen as you work. If you have a picture at home of your animal and it's on your phone, let's say, you can email it to yourself and then on your Chromebook, open up that image and save it into your drive. Once we come back together, and if you want me to print these out for you, I will absolutely do so. It's very critical that you have them to look at while you're drawing, because you may think you know what an animal's head shape looks like in your head, but in reality, you really don't know unless you have the image right there to look at and draw from. So that is all I have for you today. Happy image gathering, and tomorrow we are going to be starting the rough sketch in your packet or on a blank piece of paper if you don't have the packet. Bye for now.